Avenida do Almirante Lacerda. Sé la tita da malo. Te督Malu. Oh, walking the streets of Macau. Walking Macau. Walking Avenida do Almirante Lacerda. Walking Avenida do Almirante Lacerda. Walking Macau. Walking Avenida do Almirante Lacerda. Walking Avenida do Almirante Lacerda. Just walking Avenida do Almirante Lacerda. Walking Avenida do Almirante Lacerda.
Okay, so this is Avenida do Almirante Lacerda. There's a red market. It's not too far from here. There's a, let's talk about that later too. These are markers for the tsunamis. Not tsunami, but when the typhoons come in, flooding. That right there is Grand Lisboa Casino, and we're going to be walking down this street. And this is kind of a major street. It's going to take about maybe a 20-minute walk. But we're going to walk through some interesting stuff, and it's kind of an artery. So I'll try to explain exactly where we are, and we're not too far on the northern part of Macau. I'll explain it more. Put this up on the map so you can see exactly where we are. Okay, we got another slice of Macau for you. Let's put this up on the map so you can see exactly where we are. Without further ado, let's just get right into it as if you're there yourself. Another slice of Macau. So yeah, that's Grand Lisboa Casino, and we're just gonna walk through here. And so basically we're up on the northern part. This particular area is basically all on reclaimed land. There's all kinds of interesting stuff. You can go through these buildings to another street all the way down that way. And then this one is kind of a major artery. So this is a way that the bus, you see lots of buses, tons of buses, and it's like, was it 4 lanes with the parking lanes as well on both sides? So it's kind of a major artery to move traffic around. But it does kind of give you a context, and it's not filmed very often because it's not really that pretty. Some of the streets in Macau can be quite beautiful and pretty, and then some can be very functional. This is a very functional street. But it does provide stuff for the neighborhood, so there's supermarkets, there's a lot of apartments. You can see all of those. We get a better view as we walk. And this area is, historically, Macau was south of here, and there's like a little bit isthmus that would connect it. This is kind of a cool looking place that would connect it to China. This would be part of China, but this part right here would be in the ocean historically. And they just kept expanding it outward and reclaiming land, and then they also reclaimed all of this as well. There's a little dog place, dogs and cats. So this particular street, I guess as they kept expanding outward, this also became incorporated into Macau. There's a lot of drama about that. There was a guy called Almirante who was expanding northward, and then citizens that were up in the northern part were Chinese and not under the Portuguese rule, but he wanted to take that land and tax them and increase his tax base, and they kind of revolted against the tax, from what I understand, but there's lots of different interpretations of it. So anyways, this is up in the northern part, and then as it once it did expand out, there was more things like the red market, which we're going to walk by straight ahead. Maybe we might go across. I think it might be more interesting on this side. So some of the side streets. And we will, yeah, it is, it's more busier on this side. 100%. So visually this might be more interesting to view. And now you can see the other side. So the other side too, there's kind of a wall of apartments as well. So both sides have the apartments, but not many trees on this street. But we're gonna walk by some streets that will. There's a major road that goes east-west, so we're going kind of, actually the direction's a little bit confusing, but we're basically going north. Okay. So we'll keep on walking through all of this stuff. Going by some bus stops, different stuff like that. Yeah, it's kind of a major bus routes, so very functional. Just kind of skate by. To the right, we're going to be walking towards kind of a larger market area, and the red market is one of those things. But that red market kind of marks an entire area where you can get, you know, fresh fruits and vegetables and things that are cheap, like shoes and clothing and all kinds of stuff. I have some other videos, but this focus will stay on our particular street. There's TVs, electronics. To get across the busy road, you can take this overpass. Then you also have some budget t-shirts as well, like those. So these can be very, very affordable. Tommy Perez down there would be the market. Tommy Perez is the name of that street. That's named after a Portuguese writer who wrote Cima Oriental. Okay, so we're going to continue down. Here's another little patio of the same name, Tommy Perez. There's like a patio, a beco. Patios are courtyards, huas are streets. So they have all the reference, all three for that particular one. Here's actually the beco right there. So we just walked by Tommy Perez, a street named after a Portuguese writer who wrote Cima Oriental. And then we walked by 3 different street names that all had Tommy Perez. Tommy Hua Street. Anyways, we're gonna keep on walking down our street, and the red market is directly in front of us. And to the right of us was those Tommy Perez is kind of where the organic market is. We're gonna keep on walking down this way. That's the red market directly in front of us. And then this particular street, you can see Porta y Costa. You can see all these trees. So this whole street has these big, large banyan trees, so they soak up a lot of the carbon dioxide. Okay, let's walk across. We got people going on all the different sides, including over there too. And then over here is the marketplace, so we're gonna briefly walk in. And then I think nowadays you can go up to upstairs to the restaurant. Sometimes it's like I'm not sure if I can film or not in here. But you can buy this fresh fruits and vegetables and bring it up to some kitchens upstairs, and then they can cook it for you. And that's not going to be the focus of the video because our video is so long, but you can see that it does continue to go up. And I'll just keep on walking down our Target Street. Huh. Okay, it's kind of interesting. So I'm going to keep on moving through, and our street just keeps continuing, but you can see more of the marketplace, plus that kind of cool building. That's the red market right there. That's where we kind of missed when we went in. All these tall buildings, interesting, kind of cool looking yellow building right there. And we still have some remnants of the fruits and vegetables as well here. I'm gonna keep on going down. So this street goes for a little ways. So there's a four-corner one where people go across all the different directions. Okay, old phone booth. Looks like we might have a red light here. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna turn off the phone until we can get across with that red light right there. Okay, so we got through one of the lights, so that one is green, and we were able to get to this spot, and then this one is red, so we couldn't get any further than that. But we'll give you some context of, and you can see more of these lime trees down this way as well, right? Okay, so we can go across in a minute. Okay, so we're still on the same street. So I just kind of got across it, and we're going to continue down. It's kind of busy right in here. Everybody's going. Let's see if we can navigate through this as well. Maybe I'll turn the camera off and catch it up there later. Okay, so we're still walking down our Target Street. So it's kind of a big bus artery right here, so tons of buses coming in, so it's kind of occupying the space here. We'll just kind of navigate a little bit further, and I think the end of our street goes up to this triangle park. So we're going to conclude at that spot. Maybe get closer to that. Okay, so now we're getting kind of to the end of our street. Kind of a cool looking building right over there. So that's still our street right there. And we're gonna, you can also go across over here with this elevator. And I think the street ends at something called Triangle Park, which is, I think it's right there, I think. If not, we'll keep on exploring. Red Market down that way. You know, if I could go up, I would, but I cannot. Okay, so I just kind of want to capture that one right there. But our street is here, I believe, so we're gonna go up and then look down our street from up there. So that's our street right there. So we just basically walk down it, and you can see the structure of it. Kind of a 4-lane one, hard to walk across, but there's some little overpass bridges like the one here. The Red Market is right there that we went inside and through a little bit. That's that kind of cool looking building right there. And then on the other side, I think that might go down as well. So I'm gonna go to the other side and look down, and I'll look at the map. That's Mongha right there. There's a fortress up there that has some historical value to it. Okay, let's go to the other side. This is going east-west way, looking that way, and then the north one is up this way. So we're gonna, I just kind of want to capture all the different sides. And there's the 4 ones, and that's the way that we were at a little while ago. And then this is the one that I'm not going to walk any further because, but I'll explain it. This used to be like a dog racing thing right here, so that's no longer there, and they're turning into other stuff. But if I walk by it, it's not that interesting. And then this one right here, I think it's like something to do with cremation and funeral home kind of things. So I'm not going to walk by that one either. But that's would be if we continue down our street to be down that way. Yep, and that's Mongha. That's a fortress, and then we'll just end our video right here. So there you go, little slice of Macau.